Hello, everyone, and welcome to Homeschooling Philippines. I hope everyone is safe kahit meron na naman tayong another extension, no? And we continue to pray that this will end. And before we continue, happy Mother's Day po pala to all the nanays, the mommies, the momshies watching us. And if you notice, a lot of families have suddenly joined the bandwagon of homeschooling because of the pandemic. You would see a lot of homeschooling groups or organization conducting pre-orientation. And we see a lot of parents discussing and sharing their homeschooling journey to the newbies. So this time naman po, Homeschooling Philippines would like to cater to the students, especially to our teens, the high school today. And we're fortunate to have with us a pretty lady who will share her homeschooling journey with us. And she will share her family background, her reasons why she decided to homeschool, and mainly, we will discuss how she transitioned from a traditional school to homeschool. Kasi this is the common questions of newbie parents or students as well, the transition. So keep on watching and stay with us until the end because we have some surprises for you. So let us welcome the vibrant girl, Lisha Halbuna.
Yay! Thank you po, Tita. First of all, thank you po, Tita, for inviting me to this video. And my name po is Lisha Halbuna. I'm 16 years old and incoming grade 11 student at Catholic Filipino Academy Homeschool. My previous school was Our Lady of Peace School or also known as St. Paul Antipolo. So from my family naman, my parents separated last 2018 but now I'm happy and blessed to be staying with my dad and stepmom.
So
Opo.
you are an only child, Lisha?
Yes po, only child.
Okay. And you studied in a traditional school since what grade?
Since nursery po, or toddlers, they call it po before.
Ah, 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 ah. So how many years in total?
Total, siguro mga 11 to 12 years po, tita.
Okay. All right.
Opo. So, nakalimang school na rin po ata ako noon.
Madami-dami na rin, ah.
Opo, dami na.
Okay. So, let us discuss your routine when you were in a traditional school.
Opo. So, my routine naman po, I usually wake up at 5:30 a.m. Tapos, classes start by 7 a.m. Tapos, and then time spent at school is 9 hours and a half. And when there's clubs, like personally po, my clubs are robotics, public relations unit, and I helped out in the student council team as well. So, school hours became 10 to 11 hours long. So, I get home by 6:30 p.m. And then, my former school po kasi to our house in Taytay, travel time would be 30 minutes to an hour. Usually, mga 2 hours if super traffic po talaga. And then, after a long day, it's really tiring and exhausting. I'll just feed my pet cat, take a shower, eat dinner, and do schoolwork, of course, until 10 or 11 p.m.
So if there are projects or meetings after class, no, you still need to extend.
Opo, you still need to
Oo.
extend kasi parang hindi lang po yung time mo at school yung studying eh. You still have to bring home the schoolwork.
And how many subjects per day meron sa traditional school mo?
Siguro po mga 10 subjects or
10
9.
subjects. Okay.
Opo, medyo bugbugan po talaga.
And may I know the reason why you homeschool? I mean, is it a family decision or what brought you into homeschooling?
Um, First of all po kasi, in traditional school, like from my experience, like there are a lot of students po kasi who cut classes. I especially saw it with my own eyes when it was Student Teachers Week. Being part of the STAR section or section 1, our whole class was automatically assigned po to become a student teacher. So
Mhm.
when I was assigned together with two of my classmates to handle our batch to teach accounting, parang most of my batchmates po, they didn't really care about the subject or failing it or not. So being in charge, we did our best po to control the class. Pero there was lack of respect towards us and towards the teachers din po.
So you
And then,
notice they are not eager to learn, ganyan?
opo, they're not that eager to learn. Parang pili lang din po yung students na gusto talagang matutunan yung subject, kahit po ibang subjects.
Mhm.
Opo. Tapos, also rin po, depression and poor mental health was also a big issue to the students. Maybe because there's a lack of communication between the students and parents. Kasi sometimes I feel like for my schoolmates po and friends, may disconnection between the parents and students. And others naman po give into peer pressure, like they drink alcohol to look cool. And then others naman are suspected to be using even drugs. So parang
Mm.
I didn't personally want to be part of that po.
Oo naman 'no, if those are what you have around you, hindi magandang influence. Pero you mentioned they don't have respect for teachers?
Opo, kasi sometimes po parang binabalewala nila yung teachers. Like, for example, kasi accounting po was under the subject TLE, Technological and Livelihood Education. That was considered as a minor subject. Pero for me
Mm.
kasi, TLE is an important, it's an important subject kasi it's home economics po eh. And accounting is there, parang it's practical po talaga. So, yung, for example, lalo na yung teacher namin doon, usually hindi siya nire-respect, parang wino-walk-outan sa class. And then, kapag ma-filean sila ng for cutting classes, parang they didn't really care. So, parang it made
Uh-huh.
me wonder, parang alam kaya nung parents nila, what's
Mm.
happening,
Mm,
yung ganun
mm.
po.
Mm. And you also mentioned teen depression.
Opo.
From your point of view, what's the main reason why teen are depressed based from what you
Ah,
have seen with your classmates? Ano bang mga hugot nila?
mga hugot nila. Yung mga hugot po nila, well, to be brutally frank po, I think kasi yung iba gusto nilang magka-jowa, yung ganon. And parang for me kasi, like from what I've learned through the fees, Catholic gathering, and through homeschooling, and through the books that I teach, and from my dad, kasi he really teaches me life lessons. Parang kasi you don't really need pa a boyfriend or a girlfriend, especially at our age. Kasi 'di ba parang it's our time to explore, to get to know ourselves. And if you're not happy being alone, parang what makes you think you're gonna be happy if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? And I think then po sometimes the students or the children like me, the teens, parang they don't communicate that much with their parents. Parang
Mhm.
sobrang takot sila, or either sobrang busy ni mommy or ni daddy, yung
Mm.
ganun po.
So yan yung sinabi mo earlier na merong disconnection between parents and children,
Opo,
no? Oo.
meron po talaga.
Mm. So what was it that you like about homeschooling? I mean, what do you see from your business community who homeschool their kids?
Um, first of all po kasi, like when my parents separated po last 2018, I wanted to help my dad in his business because I can see that he really works hard in corporate as a senior manager. And he also used to be a vice president for an Australian company. And raising me as a single dad is hard. Pero that's why I wanted to help with the expenses. So the people in our business community homeschools their kids. And then I told my dad, why not homeschool me na lang din? Kasi I have my own study habits na rin, and I've formed those study habits through the years of being in traditional school.
Pero
Did
ano
I answer
yung
your question
nakita
po
mo
ba?
sa kanila na parang attractive sa'yo? What was it that you saw from the kids who were already homeschooling na parang nakita mo na, I can also do this? What was it?
Oh, what made me actually, parang I think first of all, the confidence level. Kasi surprisingly, homeschooled people have a high confidence level. Parang, well, there's also introverts and extroverts. Pero syempre, lulugar ka rin naman po eh. And the confidence po kasi, for me, that's a big deal. Kasi number one po yung self-esteem po ng teens. Yung iba, because of depression, they have low self-esteem and all. So that's what I really liked about homeschooling. The confidence level of the students, and then they get to manage po their own time.
Yun talaga, no? Time. Time is very big factor when you homeschool
Opo.
kasi hawak mo yung time mo.
Totoo po. Opo.
Oo. But of course, before you started, there were fears about homeschooling, di ba? Hindi ka naman
Mm-mm.
pumasok dito na you embrace the idea agad-agad. So what are your fears before you started homeschooling?
Actually po, parang I have three main fears. And number one, not being able to manage my time wisely kasi I really wanted to effectively help my dad in the business. And number two, not being able to learn without a teacher. Kasi, like, how do you study math on your own, di ba? Or for some students, like me, nahihirapan po ako sa LFILI or sa NOLI kasi they have deep Tagalog. Even though, marunong naman po ako mag-Tagalog, pero medyo iba po yung kapanahunan ni Dr. Rizal eh.
I agree.
Opo. Opo. And then, most of all, being questioned and judged by peers and other family members po. Kasi homeschool is not traditional. And most especially po, the side of my biological mom is a conservative Chinese family. Siyempre, I would want to protect then my dad and his family side from being judged.
Mm-mm. So let's see, no? Sabi mo time management is one of your fears kasi sa regular school, you just follow the given schedule. Pero sa homeschool, you create your own. Tama?
Opo, tama.
And then, you also mentioned that how would you learn without a teacher? Oo nga naman, I cannot imagine, no?
Opo.
Learning LFILI or araling panlipunan on your own, medyo nakakatakot. That's a very valid concern for a teenager. And lastly, you mentioned that being judged by other people because of your decision. This is very common because homeschooling is not popular. Others would
Opo.
think na pang-artista lang yan, mahal dyan, or yung iba iisipin, may sakit ba yung anak mo? May depresya ba siya? No, ang daming mga judgy people. But
Opo,
anyway,
parang mga misconceptions po, tita.
yes, that's right, that's right. Now let's talk about how you transitioned. How did you create your schedule? How did you balance your studies and your business?
Transitioning din po talaga also had its challenges kasi it was also the time that I started homeschooling was also the time that my parents got separated. So I was still dealing with the traumas and healing from them. And because of the stress caused by the traumas, I had a major operation and I was still dealing with its side effects. And my dad also got depressed of what happened. Pero at the first week po of my homeschooling, I was so worried that I wouldn't be able po to finish all the tasks that are needed to be done. So I just took it day by day to finish what I'm supposed to do. And then, ayun po, I wake up at 7 a.m., freshen up, eat breakfast, and then the best thing of this, kasi parang I only do homeschool until 1 or 2 p.m. So parang half day lang po siya. And then help my dad in the business afterwards.
So, parang wrong timing yung pag-homeschool because of what happened with your family, no?
Opo,
Pero
medyo.
But let me tell you this, no? When I first saw you, hindi halata sa'yo, no? I didn't even notice that you're going through a difficult phase in your life kasi I always see you as a happy, bubbly student, diba?
Ganun po ba, tita? May
Yes.
story pa po ako dyan. Kasi rin po, for speaking of depression, no, in traditional school, like me, in my personal experience po, parang sobrang na-master ko na po yung pag-mask. Like, parang yung pinoproject ko po, like the facade is, I'm really happy, ganon. Pero deep
Mm-mm.
inside, malungkot ako, parang I feel so
Mm-mm.
lonely.
Mm-mm.
And that's common din po kasi hindi lang po pag may mga parents na nagsiseparate. Kahit yung mga iba ko pong peers or classmates na yung feeling nila hindi nila talaga nakakausap yung parents nila.
Oh.
Or kahit medyo they're having problems between the siblings, yung ganun po.
Yan yung nakakatakot sa teens, no? I mean, sa labas, you would see them happy, pero sa loob, there's something going on na pala.
Opo. Na parang, signal number 4 na ng typhoon.
Oo. And did you and your dad talk about your schedule? I mean, what subjects would you do first or how many hours per subject? Meron ba kayong ganong discussion?
Opo, nagkaroon din po kami ng ganong discussion. Like, we used time blocks po before when we started. So, we ended up parang doing it half day po talaga. Kasi I really mostly study po on my own. Tapos, usually at the end of the week or in the middle of the week, yung mga natapos ko na pong mga tasks na pwede niya nang checkan, binibigay ka na po sa kanya agad.
So, meaning, your dad checks your written works or ano bang tawag doon? What you answers in the book. So, si daddy ang
Yes
nag-check.
po. Yes po, yung dad ko po yung nag-check. Parang yung written works po is equivalent siya to the seat works po sa traditional school.
Mhm,
And then, yung
mhm.
mga sinasabi naman po sa traditional school um, na PETA or yung performance task, it's PBAs naman po for us, for CFA, performance-based assessments. And then, we let the teachers from CFA check it, like please submit it through the Google Classroom or during class every Wednesday only.
Mhm, mhm. So, since no one is teaching you, how do you cope up with studying your lessons? I mean, what tools or what apps do you use so you can better understand your lessons?
Favorite ko po yung YouTube channel na Kana Academy for math. And then I do a lot of research po through Google. And then syempre there's books then po, dictionaries for English, yung ganun po. So I
Mhm.
mostly use those instruments or tools.
Okay. And why would you say that homeschooling was the best decision you ever made?
Kasi po, homeschooling talaga made me understand the importance of time and how to use it wisely. Like how to schedule my everyday activities before going to sleep po, and setting goals for the week, month, and year. And I get to spend time learning that not what is only academic related, but learning and doing real life experiences like being involved in family matters, how to deal with people, yung people that are nice and not that nice, yung mga ganun po. Kasi for me po, hindi po talaga mapapalitan din yung pagiging street smart ng student or ng child.
And when you were in
Opo.
a traditional school, parang nasa sideline ka lang when it comes to family matters. Pero now that you are into homeschool, parang nagkaroon ka ng voice kasi nagkaroon na kayo ng connection ng daddy mo.
Opo, totoo po. And then, dahil po sa traditional school, parang super long hours, like 10 to 11 hours in school, and then you still have to bring home the schoolwork. But now, in homeschooling, I get to spend more time with my family and cousins, and then explore hobbies din po, like origami, paper mache, I read books, and I also train in badminton.
Wow, oo, I've seen you play. Ang galing mong mag-badminton, ha?
Thank you po, tita. Sana maulit po yun after COVID.
Sana, oo, after COVID, no? So, can you tell us what was your unforgettable experience while homeschooling?
Actually madami po talagang unforgettable experience, eh. Pero yung pinaka-unforgettable po when my dad and I went to our hometown in Iloilo last February when we expanded our business there. I brought all my books and notebooks that I use in homeschooling, and I finished my fourth quarter there. So it was a fun, educational, and productive homeschool and business trip because sobrang big change po in environment, eh. The last time I went to Iloilo was 5 years ago, and parang sobrang probinsyang-probinsya pa po talaga siya noon. And now it's a very urbanized city, and I got to live in our compound in Pavia and meet our relatives, of course. And sabi nga po nila, travel is the best education.
Ang galing, no? I mean, you went to Iloilo for a business trip to expand your business, and yet you're able to finish the fourth quarter.
Opo.
So, saan
So
ka
bale,
nag-aaral?
saan po nag-aaral? Usually po, nung nasa Iloilo ako, dun sa bahay po namin. Or kapag po nagkataon na nasa labas ng bahay, dun po sa mga coffee shop or yung coffee shop na katabi niya po mga ilog, mga ganun. So may view, may ambience. So because of homeschooling, you can get to take your books anywhere with you as long as you have Wi-Fi, paper, and pen.
So, this is very much different from a traditional setup, no? Kasi sa traditional
Opo.
school, sa school ka lang talaga.
Opo. Parang kung traditional school nga po, sabi po tita, school ka lang po talaga. Parang na-stuck ka lang dun sa four corners ng classroom until 5 p.m., ganun.
Mm. So, hindi mo ma-experience yung travel nyo with daddy and to expand your business if you're in traditional school.
Opo. Totoo po. Tama po
Mm.
kayo dun.
And how did homeschooling help you in becoming an entrepreneur? Paano siya nakatulong sa'yo?
Ano po, like homeschooling po helped me become not only a young entrepreneur, but it also helped me to improve and become a better person. Parang I got to manage my own time and be closer to the Lord through Bible study groups, retreats at CFA, and through the feast po, a Catholic community. And it made me realize then po that my life isn't just about me. It's also about contributing po to the lives of the people around me. Like giving back po to the community. And yun nga po, sabi niyo po tita, the world is literally your classroom. Through the homeschooling community and our business community, I get to meet people from all walks of life. And I'm sure po, yung mga magiging newbies po in homeschooling, you will also get to experience that, both the students and parents.
Galing, galing, galing. At a very young age, you are now an entrepreneur.
Opo, opo.
So this is what you really love, being an entrepreneur, to be a businesswoman.
Opo. This is what I really like to do. Before po, I read, the first book that I read that made me want to become an entrepreneur was by Robert Kiyosaki, How to Escape the Rat Race. I think I read it po when I was 7 years old. And then
Oh,
I read po another book, Rich Kid, Smart Kid, also by Robert Kiyosaki. Tapos po kasi like being in business po, our business kasi is not just a selling or a franchising business eh. It's building relationships with the people inside and outside our organization.
ang galing, no? Parang you're able to help able to help daddy in your business, and yet you're able to finish your school as well.
Opo. Malaking bagay po yun.
Oo, correct, correct. So, would you like to share your product with us, to our viewers?
I think it would be best po, tita, if they can message me na lang po on Facebook or on Instagram. So, my Facebook po is Lisha Halbuna and Instagram at Lisha Halbuna.
Yun. Galing, ang galing. Thank you for sharing, Lisha. Um,
Sure
any
po.
any last words that you would like, especially the newbies, no, yung mga natatakot, yung mga students na nag-iisip na kaya ko ba? Parang kaya ko bang mag-aral? Can I do it? Can I really do homeschooling? Can I study on my own? Can I really ask mom or dad to teach me? Yung mga ganyang pag-iisip. Oh, what can you tell them?
Siguro po what I can tell them is there's a quote nga po that says na a journey begins with the first step. So I think you just have to be brave enough and courageous to take the first step in doing homeschool. Kasi as you go along naman po, it's a learning process eh. So you will learn, parang makakapa mo rin siya as you go along through the weeks, through day by day, through the weeks, through the months, and magugulat ka na lang po, ang bilis, matatapos na yung first year. So yun po. And then, most of all po, for me, yung pinaka-important po doon, kasi you get to communicate with people your age, like for example, from teens to teens, and then people older than you rin po. Kasi, lalo na po in our CFA community, parang, we have this, di ba, tita, our community po, parang super close po yung mga advisors sa mga students, to the parents. Parang we openly get to communicate our concerns, our feelings, and if we just want to laugh about it, yung mga ganun po. So, it's really fun.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Lisha, and your journey. Mahaba-haba pa, no? Kasi you are an
Opo.
incoming grade 11, so 2 years more.
2 years more. Yay!
Yay! 2 years na lang. College ka na.
Opo, mabilis lang din panahon.
Oo, oo. Alright. So, thank you again, Lisha, for sharing. And I
Thank
hope,
you din po.
yes, and I hope our teens, our high schoolers who are watching right now, um, would be inspired on her story. And of course, your fears are a valid concern, no? Okay lang matakot. But as Lisha mentioned, you just have to take the first step. Ako naman, ang masasabi ko is, you do it afraid. Oh, yes, you
Totoo
are
po.
afraid, but you do it afraid. I mean,
Opo.
hindi mo malalaman if you will not dive into it.
True that po, tita.
Yes,
True.
and we are not saying that homeschooling is all better process. No, it's not. But it is doable, as you've seen with Lisha's journey, no? Na-inspire ako dun sa nasa Iloilo siya, doing her business, and yet she was able to complete her fourth quarter's task. So, ibig sabihin, flexible, no?
Oh,
You can do the schedule around with your family. Kung paano
opo.
nag-evolve ang family ninyo, so you can always adjust.
Opo, true po.
All right. As I mentioned earlier, we have some surprises for all of you. If you still don't have any special gift for your mom for Mother's Day, you can click the link below and get this special book entitled To the First Woman Who Loved Me. I am fortunate to be a co-author in this book along with Brother Bo Sanchez and Misha Casino. Now, when you get this book, this ebook, you will also get 8 bonuses. O di ba may ebook ka na, may bonus ka pa? Now, let me tell you about the bonuses. The first bonus is the interview of Brother Bo Sanchez by Misha Nacino on self-love, gratitude, and generosity. This will give the this will give you inspiration and encouragement to love yourself and to use the power of gratitude as an antidote to sadness and a great way to spur generosity. The second bonus is a webinar on how to get an online jobs with March Nacino. This will give you practical insights on how you can get online jobs. And you'd be pleasantly surprised to know that you can offer virtual assistance, poster creation, video editing for YouTube, and others. March Nacino has been doing this for years, and he'll show you what's possible for you. This is a live webinar happening on May 16th. Bonus number 3 is training on how to do paper quilling. This will unleash the artist in you. This could be a great bonding moment also for you and your kids. Who knows? Maybe you can even turn this into a business. Bonus number 4 is a 45-minute voice lesson by Jerome Vinerao. This will inspire you that you can sing. Bonus number 5 is a copy of Shana Sino's Why You Need to Write a Book. This will give you 10 compelling reasons why you need to write a book. Bonus number 6 is a copy of Ready, Set, Write, 10 Burning Questions Answered, so you can finally start writing your first ebook or book. Bonus number 7 is a copy of the 8 Habits of Highly Effective Author, so you'd be guided as regards to the habits you need as an effective author. Bonus number 8 is an introduction to book writing. This is a video, so you will be in charge that you can write a book, even if you're not a writer. Shana Sino was not a writer, and now she have written 12 books. The total value of all the bonuses alone is over 5,000 pesos. But you'll get everything for 300 pesos only. Now, this ebook is for you if you are a mom and you want to discover the secrets of 42 moms as revealed by their respective children. This is also for you if you are married and you want to become a mom someday. This is also for you if you are a single who wants to get married someday and become a mom someday. This is also for you if you are a daughter or a son who loves your mom dearly and you want to gift her this ebook and all the bonuses. This ebook is for you if you are a spouse and you feel your wife is the best mother in the world and you want to let her feel that by gifting this to her on this day. And this is also for you if you are a thoughtful friend and you are thinking what's a perfect gift to give your mom friend. So click the link below to get this ebook. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us in Homeschooling Philippines. And we'll be coming up with another video with the same format. We'll be talking with teenagers so you would know their true feelings and their own journey in homeschooling. So bye for now and God bless everyone. Bye,
Bye
Lisha.
po. Thank you po.
Bye. Okay, God bless.
God bless po.
Okay.